Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another devotional. Our shout out today goes to Bill Ramsey of Anderson, South Carolina, who started a prayer movement in schools recently. He just decided to pray for schools and then sent people out to pray for those schools. Bill, that's what men do. They get engaged. And you're going to see today that their prayers are effectual. So wait till you read this with me today. It reads in John chapter 15, verses 16 through 17. Jesus says, "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should abide, so that whatever you ask in the Father in my name, he may give to you. These things I command you, so that you will love one another." Now, I think when we read this text, most people quickly get hung up on the words choose and chose here. So let's start by clarifying what Jesus means by these two words. In the first instance, he means chose, selected, which he did. He selected all 12 of these guys, including Judas, who is not in the room at the moment. In the second instance, when he says chose, he means chose them for something, which was for a mission. And the mission is to go and bear lasting fruit. That's the mission. So that there's a result, so that their prayers would be effective or effectual. Because when Jesus selected them, they were supposed to live on a mission. And when they ask for something in his name, they're connected to Jesus's desires and will. This means they wouldn't think to ask for things that don't align with his desires and will. Thus, when their prayers are answered, it's because of something he has done and is doing through them. Thus, when your desires are aligned with his desires, they produce results for which you can take no credit because Jesus produced them through you. So here's what we can conclude from this text. The outputs of our lives are more fruitful the more aligned we are with Jesus' will and his desires. And I don't think anyone would contest that in this text. Yet I think every believing man out there wants that kind of produce in this life. They want to have that kind of impact in this life. But there's only one way this is possible. We invest time in knowing Jesus. We invest time in his word. And then we let his words shape our hearts and our minds and our desires and will. And there isn't a shortcut to making this happen. It's one day, one verse, one thought, one choice, one prayer at a time. And then over time, we produce fruit. And this fruit has an effect on us, and it has an effect on others. And our disciplines, like prayer, become more effective and effectual in our life. But here's the deal. I think most men never get to this point because they quit or they let their fleshly desires win. So don't give up today. Keep listening, keep obeying, and keep praying. And Bill, thanks for what you did with those young kids. It is so effectual what you did. It will not come back to you, boy. I love you guys. I pray this blesses you. If it has, share it with someone else. I'll see you right back here again.